Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. We have a beautiful day today, and I haven't been able to upload too often because life's been pretty busy. I don't know if you guys can tell from the color of my skin. I actually just had an unplanned last minute trip to Mexico. It's baby's first trip, but it went really well. Anyhow, I missed my upload last week because of that. So today it's actually going to be a very exciting video because it is my first quota bag reveal. It's not really a quota bag because I didn't buy it from the boutique, but it is Hermes Birkin Kelly Constant. It's one of those. I haven't figured out what the title of the video is going to be yet, but it's going to be something to that effect. Anyways, I will show you guys the bag first, and then we can chat more about how I got the bag and what I think of the bag. Is it worth it? And all that good stuff. So, the big reveal. Here you go. She's so beautiful. It is a vintage Hermes Kelly 32 in the return style. And this is in the vintage Courchevel leather, which is kind of the original Epsom leather. It's obviously in the Hermes gold with gold hardware, so it's gold on gold. And it comes with a strap, a shoulder strap, and I've added a trolley to it. I can take it off just to show you guys the condition of the handle as well. And here is the back. The bottom. So again, this is size 32, and personally I was actually shocked by how small it was when I first got it, because I thought it would be almost like a tote bag size, but it's definitely more just a handbag. I can compare for you guys to some of my other bags as well, just so you have a sense. I actually got this bag from an auction, and it was I won it for 4,600 USD dollars. So it was a really good price for getting it. It was not planned, obviously, because it was an auction. I was in the moment and I made a bid and I won. So I was pretty lucky in that sense, because it is such a good deal for the color combination and for the condition of the bag. The bag came with the Baba Baby certificate, the BBB certificate, which is great because that's another $100-200 on top of what you pay. Yeah, let's show you guys more about the bag. So this is my first time ever seeing a Kelly bag, so I was like blown away by the beauty of it, because the hardware on this bag, so this bag is about 30 years old, by the way, and it has these vintage claps still on the shoulder strap, which is, I actually find them really beautiful, and because these are in such great condition, the hardware has not faded whatsoever, still really nice and shiny. Even the yellow tone on the straps are really well protected. And the hardware on the sandals are also really nice everywhere. Like, there's no major damage on the hardware. I mean, obviously there will be scratches, you can't avoid that, but overall the color, it's still very well maintained. Here is the stamp of the bag. Really beautiful. I was very happy with the condition. I'll take out the things that's inside the bag. I'm trying to hold the shape of it, so it's stuffed with some stuff inside. The inside is absolutely clean, pristine condition as well. So as I mentioned, this is the Courchevel leather, which is it's very similar to Epsom leather. So it's quite structured, sturdy, which I like. The only thing, I guess, not that I mind or anything about that, but Epsom leather, when you use it for a longer period of time, it actually develops a very shiny surface. So you can see when it's against the light, there's a kind of a shine to it, which kind of tells you that's a more aged bag. You know, nothing wrong with that, but just something to keep in mind. And inside, like I said, there's no mark, nothing, completely clean, very well conditioned. There are minor wears on the corner, some minor scratches. There are scratches all over the bag, I would have to say, like on the flaps and things like that. But again, are all generally fairly minor wears. So I do leave it open when I carry it. I've had this bag for actually over a month now, and I just haven't had the time to get around to do a video for you guys yet. It is just so beautiful. There is the stamp right here, and the vintage ones also have their stamp on the one of the sangles. The newer ones, they're inside the bag. What else? The only thing, I guess, the shape of the bag, the reason I put all the stuff inside is because the shape of the bag has a little bit of deform in the back here. So when you're not actually using it, like when you're not stuffing the bag with something, there is a bit of a slouch. But because the nature of the leather, I think the shape overall of the bag is still really, really good. All bags tend to look bigger on cameras and on pictures, but really this bag, I feel like it's a really, really nice size for my frame. It's probably very comparable to a Birkin 30 size, and I just think it's absolutely a steal for me because, you know, again, it's unexpected, but overall that was about 6,000 Canadian dollar, which now you can hardly buy a Chanel bag with that amount. So I think it was a really, really good buy for me. I will take off the, it did came with the clochette. Let me just get that for you. I personally didn't like to have the clochette hanging on the bag just because I find it, a friend actually pointed out to me, for any charms on a Kelly bag, you makes it hard to, like, it will be it will be tangled on the flap all the time. It kind of gets in your way when you're trying to get in and out of the bag, which I find true. It's not the case with Birkins because it's a tote bag where the charm won't really be affected from the front. Anyway, so for that reason, I haven't added any bag charm or anything like that to the bag itself. But it did came with the clochette and the keys, which are in, you know, okay condition. I probably need to get them polished, but they were there. I could add on if I like, but it's, another thing is with the weight of these larger bags, you know, it's fine when they're empty, but when you start to get stuff in, they actually get pretty heavy. So the less is more in this case, I would say. And this is their new release twirly from this year. I can take it off. I'm actually meaning to take it off to carry without the twirly for a while. The reason, obviously, with the twirly is to protect the handle of the bag, but also because this is a very vintage bag, there are some dryness to the handle itself. So here is here is a handle. As you can see, there are some dryness and cracking on the top part, but you know, overall there's no heavy patina or darkness on the handle. There's the glazing, it's still okay. There's no cracking on that either. And I actually sometimes prefer the clean look without any without dressing the bag whatsoever. Yeah, super cute. I'm still in my kind of honeymoon phase with this bag for sure, because, you know, this is the bag and I love it over any other bags that I have. For sure, at this moment, it's just such a surprise for me to be able to own this bag out of nowhere. So very, very happy with it. I don't mind that it's a vintage at all, because again, for the amount that I've paid and the condition of it, it's a very, really nice piece. And the fact that it already came authenticated. See, the vintage hook actually adds a bit of more bling to the bag overall, I find. Really, really pretty. Anyways, so because I love it so much, of course, I went ahead and bought an insert right away. So this is the insert that I got first time around, which is in the red color in your kind of typical velvet or kind of rigid velvet material. It is a Kelly 32. I actually got this from Etsy. It is your Kelly 32 size, but I didn't like it after I tried to insert it. I'll show you guys what happens when you put it in. So it is designed for the bag and it fits in really nicely. But because, okay, so this is how it looks like in, which looks perfectly fine, right? But it doesn't, like the side shape doesn't keep it really like open for whatever reason. Like it just becomes bulkier than it's supposed to be. And I guess it does help with the shape of it, which is nice, but I find with it, I can't really like close the angles really well. And like I worry it could damage the overall shape of the bag in the long run. So because see, once I put in the insert, I no longer is able to close it properly. Like it takes a lot of effort to do that. But anyway, it was fine, but I didn't use it for that reason. I just find it that it kind of strengthens the bag on the side a little bit. It strengthens the top part a little bit. And it is due to the poor design, right? Because if you look, it's not more narrow on the top part, right? It's the same size overall, which makes it really hard to play with. So then I looked around and there's a lot of high recommendations for this one, the DGAZ brand insert, which they are made with kind of a silky fabric. There was a lot of people, you know, saying how great these are, and you know they are now available on Amazon as well. So I went ahead and wanted to try this one. I just got it, so let's unbox it together. The packaging is also very nice. It comes with their ribbon with a brand name on it. I believe it is a Chinese brand, but now, like I said, they are available on Amazon. So the shipping was also quite fast. I need a scissor, I think, to open it. I'll be right back. Maybe I can figure out. Let me see if I can figure out on the other side. Yeah, probably need a scissor. And they come in a variety of different colors and colors for the inserts. And they are especially specialized in Hermes bags, so you can have the Pickletons or Kelly Birkins. In terms of insert color, I would suggest to not pick something dark. I mean, of course, if you have a black bag and you want the black to go with it, go for it. But personally, if you have a dark color insert, it's harder to find anything inside the bag. That's why I initially picked the red, and this is kind of a pearly gray color. And they are so well like packaged because it gives you a nice piece of foam for the insert. It has a nice scent to it. I was wondering if I could use this to hold the bag shape. I think it's okay. It's not stuffed to the point I like how I showed you guys initially. So I don't know. Anyways, this is a nice piece of foam that they give you with it. And it's this nice soft material. It's really, really soft, but it's soft, but it's not like shapeless, you know? That's really cool. That's very interesting. Okay, I'll put it in. And as you can see, the Kelly one, it actually comes with many compartments. So you have the two compartment in the front, two more in here. There's some smaller compartment on the side for your little dingy things. And then you have 3 little pockets in the back. And I like the fact that there's no divider. I guess you can also find ones with divider inside to make it more compartment. But the bag is really not that big. If you do that, it's going to be hard for you to put in any larger items in there. And there's one nice big pocket in the back. The material feels really, really nice. There's no electricity, statics or anything like that. So I think that's really cool. Let's get her in the bag. You can tell it's one of those more fancier or more expensive ones. And see, because the fact that they've only taken up less than like just over half, it really doesn't affect the tank, the straps. That's perfect. You see how nicely. And now if I want to actually close the bag, so Kelly is actually a lot easier to close compared to the Birkin bag when you have the the 3 flaps that you have to like position properly. I could easily close the bag. This is beautiful. Look how nice it looks in. That's really, really cool. I love it. Okay, let's take a look. Again, inside, that's how it looks like. It's so slim and it's really, really lightweight. It really doesn't affect you whatsoever. That's beautiful. I love it. Very happy with the purchase, and like surprisingly, I'm like pleasantly surprised with how nice this is. I guess it makes sense. There's a reason why people do recommend these. They are not cheap, but it's a comparable price to any other brand. So again, the brand that I got is DGAZ. You could just easily Google them on Amazon or just on website. I think you can get these also on AliExpress. Maybe it's a bit cheaper there. So that's the one I got. It's Kelly 32. And does it say? Oh, this is actually a nice smelling little thing, like a scented piece that they put in. I was wondering where the nice scent come from. So that's what it is. Okay, and I'll just do a quick comparison to like other generic brands. You can see the difference, right? So you can see how this is a lot more luxurious looking, even just by the look of it. And it's designed specifically for the bag, whereas this one feels a bit more generic and it's cheaper looking, obviously. This is actually heavier, even though this one has a lot more compartment. This one, because of the felt material, is quite rigid. It doesn't allow you to play with the shape at all. I might use this for a 30 down the road if I do end up getting a 30 or something. If you want, like, this is really just, yeah, not worthwhile. Like, I think I paid maybe $25 for this, but it's, yeah, don't waste your money on these ones. Go for the real deal. I think if you're gonna pay a few $1,000s for the bag, go for the real deal. Get a real, proper insert. I think it's gonna worth the investment down the road. Okay, so my battery went out, but I was close to the end of the video. But as I was mentioning, just like try to invest in a good insert. Doesn't matter, you know, like just go for a good one. But I do think you can get these velvety ones, but maybe make sure you're going for like a reputable brand. If you buy a generic one, it might work, but in this case, you know, I had to get another one because this one wasn't working out, and I'm very happy with the purchase here. Now I'll just go back to the bag for a little bit. I mean, again, she's just absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of people, like, when I also debated how I would carry this bag when I first got it, whether I'm gonna leave it open. I found it funny to have those straps hanging like this, but I've used it a few times and I use it like this, like open. So I think it's just the style that we're going for now. The flap kind of tucks in here easily, at least on this bag, and it kind of, you know, works for what I need. The money I paid, I definitely think is worthwhile, even though it is a true vintage. I can tell it has many, many years to go with this bag, and I think, you know, most of their, like, that is what the brand is famous for their high quality. Unless the condition of the bag that you're getting is really, really poor. Overall, I think if it's a decent condition bag, you should still get many, many years to it. Again, this combination too, I'm actually surprised because I thought the gold color is different depending on the year that you're getting, because, you know, anything other than black, I feel like depending on the season that you're getting the bag, you may end up with different shades. But in this case, surprisingly, is actually very, very close to my recent purchase of the card holder, the Calvi card holder. I'll just go get it for you guys to show you. I just want to put this in because I'm going to start using it now. It's beautiful. And even the leather texture is actually really close as well. Very interesting, actually. So this is fairly new. That's why the surface is still more matted. But over time, I think it will look quite similar with the shine to it. It starts to have a bit of shine to it, but it's quite faint. And you look the grains, it's actually very comparable. The color is very comparable. Like, it'll be a perfect combo really for me. The Courchevel leather, I feel like the grains are a little bit more clear compared to the new Epsom leather. The feel to it, I mean, because it is vintage, it feels quite durable. Again, I'm just constantly amazed by the glorious hardware and the leather, you know, after so many years of use. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, very happy for this to be my very first Kelly. At this point, I'm definitely still looking in the vintage market for a Birkin. The price overall on these bags have gone down a lot recently if you're not aware. So if you don't mind having a vintage bag or, you know, a secondhand bag, there are actually quite a bit of options out there for you. You know, instead of going through the boutique and do the whole quota game. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. It is, you know, my newest addition and my new baby for sure. And I will let you guys know once I have a chance to use it a bit more, what I think of the bag. But overall, you know, I haven't been using any big bags for a while. So let me show you guys how it is compared to my medium flap. So like I said, I really don't think it's that huge, because here is my medium flat bag. You can see almost the length. It's almost comparable. I mean, this is a medium-sized bag, right? It's not a mini bag by any means, but this is not a tote bag. Like, I was picturing having a Kelly 32 as a tote bag. It's not quite that big. Like, it wouldn't fit my laptop per se, but it definitely fits a lot. Like, it will fit a lot more than your medium flap, because it is one big tote, like big open bag. Okay, I think that's all for today. I will have more videos regarding Hermes coming out, and I hope I can get score at Birkin at some point and share that with you guys as well. I have received a few requests for an updated collection video, which I'm so eager to do. It's just, you know, it's just really hard. Like, I have so much going on in life, and have all the bags collected in one place and do it, it's a lot of effort, but I will definitely try to do that soon, because I am excited to see my updated collection myself. Even it is to a point where I feel like it's fairly stable. I'm not adding or selling anything else in my collection, so I think I'm very excited to show you all what it looks like. But this is all for today, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Thanks, bye!